What's up, YouTube? My name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is Kenny J TV. Welcome to another episode of Kenny J TV. If this is your first time, feel free to browse around and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for my latest notification. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to Kenny J TV. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make money as a life insurance agent in 2024, how to maximize your income. I have been in the insurance industry since 2020, and I started my agency January 2nd of 2021. So I'm coming up on my 3 years when this video is being recorded, and I'm grateful. And I have been overwhelmed by the amount of production that I have done for life insurance alone. If you don't know, I do all lines of insurance, so life, health, home, auto, business, and everything in between. But I focus a lot on life insurance. Today alone, I think I submitted 2 or 3 life insurance applications. I have 2 more to submit tomorrow, and this is a few days before Christmas. I am consistently producing, consistently protecting more families, and while I was submitting an application for this lady on the phone today, I ended up selling her another policy for her grandchild. I have never paid for leads. I have never paid for any type of advertising. It is just me out here marketing and branding myself and my agency. And I'm going to give you a few tips in this video of how I've been able to scale my business and become such a successful life insurance agent. The first tip I would give you is when you're talking to a prospect, ask what their budget is. So many times when I get on the phone with you all, or people tell me that came to me for life insurance because their agent scared them away, they say, oh, they gave me this great and long presentation and they're telling me that I need to pay $400 a month for life insurance and I couldn't afford it, and I didn't really feel comfortable telling them that, so I just left. The first thing I ask, one of the first things I ask is, what is your budget? What are you comfortable paying? If 3 or 4 of your tires go flat and you have to replace all of them, or something goes wrong in your home and you have a bill or an expense that comes up out of the blue, what is an amount of money that you feel comfortable coming out of your account, even with all that going on? When they tell me that amount, that is what I go off of. But the great thing about it is, you don't have to be stuck to that budget. That is just the starting point. So they tell me their budget. I explain to them the different types of life insurance. I see what they need and we go from there. A lot of times I'm able to increase the budget because I am selling the value. Not even selling, honestly. I'm educating them on the importance of life insurance and how it can benefit them and their family and the living benefits if they decide to go with a permanent policy. People always ask, how do I do so well in life insurance sales in specific? And it is because I educate them. I'm not being aggressive on the phone. I'm not saying you need this right now. I educate them, and once they have all the facts in front of them, I allow them to make an educated decision on if they want to go with the life insurance or not. I'll let you in on a little secret. They usually go with it. I would say my conversion rate is somewhere in the 90 percentile range because I am able to educate them and show them the value of life insurance. Another tip is be persistent. I have had clients that I close 6, 7, 8 months later from our initial conversation. Even if they say no, I say, well, let me reach out to you in 6 months just to get an update on what's going on, and we can revisit the conversation. Never have they said, no, I don't want to revisit the conversation. They're always open and willing to do it because I'm not jamming down their throat, oh, you need life insurance, you need life insurance. They understand that, and you don't know their financial situation at the time. If they really do not have the money, they don't have the money. They can't pull it out of thin air, and you have to be understanding as an agent. I know you want to, if anything, make the sale and make the money, but you have to empathize with the client and see what's going on. Do you have the financial means to afford this? And again, educate them on the value of life insurance. I have a follow-up protocol that I go through in my mentorship program, and I always encourage all my mentees to use it because it works. I have been using this for 3 years and always close these life insurance deals because I am persistent. It'll be times where prospects will say, I'm so glad you reached back out. I lost your information, or I couldn't remember your name, or I needed this life insurance and I couldn't think of who to call. And even though we talked 5-6 months ago, you may not be on the top of their brain, so you have to be persistent. I'm telling you this because it works. I have completely wowed myself at the volume of life insurance that I have submitted this year and retained. I think that is so important. It's like, yes, you're submitting all this life insurance, but if they're falling off the books, if they're lapsing, what good does it do? And that's why it is important to sell the value. And that is another reason why I do not buy leads, because I want these people to be referred to me because they know my intent for calling. Another tip, and I would say honestly the most uncomfortable one, is to ask for referrals when you are closing the deal, or even if you don't close the deal, ask for the referrals. Everyone knows someone that needs life insurance. And like I said earlier, today when I was closing the deal with the lady, I then told her about life insurance for her grandchild and how it was literally $19 a month for $50,000 of whole life coverage. Just because I started that conversation, that is another deal on the books. And I know you may feel like, I don't want to ask them, I just asked them for money and they just got this life insurance policy. But the worst they can say is no. You miss 110% of the shots that you do not take. Also, know your craft. Know what you're talking about. Be very educated on life insurance, the products that the companies you represent offer, and how they can be of value to your clients. I'm always reading up and researching and learning about life insurance, because if I am not knowledgeable about the products, what type of confidence am I going to have to help someone? And I want to make sure that I'm giving my clients the best coverage, because when they walk away and know that I have literally done all I can to give them the best coverage, they then send you a ton of business. People will call and say, hey, so-and-so referred me to you. You were able to get them insurance. And because they're now referred to you, they know your intent for the conversation. And a lot of times I'm able to close them in one conversation, because they're like, oh, I heard how amazing you did with Miss Susan, and now I need a life insurance policy. I know a little bit about life insurance, and they told me about what you offer. When you are able to easily communicate how life insurance can help your client, they are then in turn able to communicate that to friends and family, and now they are marketing for you and sending all that business right to you. You also want to listen to the prospect. A lot of times agents get on the phone and they just go, this is what you need, and this is how we're going to do it, and this is the process to submit an application. But I always, in the first, I would say 3 to 5 minutes, let the clients talk. I ask questions that pull answers out of them and not just yes and no questions, because one, I want to get to know you. I want to build that rapport with you, but I actually want to know, what are you looking for in life insurance? Because life insurance is not a one-size-fits-all. And that is why when I see companies that just sell term insurance, I look the other way, because how are you possibly selling one type of life insurance to everyone? I don't speak about other companies on my channel, but those companies are just not my cup of tea. I represent companies that sell all types of life insurance, because again, it is not a one-size-fits-all. But when you listen to the prospect, you are able to, honestly, they tell you what they want. They'll literally say, I need this because I just bought a $300,000 home and I'm looking for something to cover that, or oh, I just had a daughter. They will literally tell you what they need. And all you have to do is plug it in and give them that quote. And when you actually listen and you're providing that quote to them, they're like, you know what, you listen. So many agents before you just were giving me numbers, throwing them off, and they weren't listening to what I was saying. And that is one of the biggest problems that I see, is people just throwing things at the prospect when it's not even what they want. And the last two things are use social media and network. I know you guys have heard me say before, network, 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 social media, social media, social media. You want to use both of these platforms. A lot of my business comes from both of those avenues. Consistently being on social media, showing up on YouTube, I get a ton of referrals. I'm working on a super big deal right now. Someone from YouTube reached out to me. I was able to give them the quotes. They said, give me a few days and I'll call you back. They called me back and I submitted the application, and the premium is beautiful. It's beautiful, and they know who I am from social media. And when you are consistently on social media, showing up and educating your audience on the importance of life insurance, they then know who you are, but don't know who you are, and they are more willing to trust you and come to you for insurance. And also for networking, it is so important to network. Everybody is not going to be your client, of course, but it is so important to get out there and meet people face to face. I just closed a deal. This one client had 2 life insurance policies, or he bought 2 life insurance policies with me, paid in full for the year. I've done his life insurance, I've done his business, I've done other insurance for him, and he was from a networking event. A 15-minute conversation turned into thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I made from that one conversation. I know that some people may think going to these networking events may be old school, but I promise you it works. Do not fix something that is not broken. And those are a few ways that you can make money with life insurance in 2024. It is going to be a great year, and more people are tuning in and listening to what people have to say about life insurance. They're seeing how you can use it while you're alive and how you can use it to build generational wealth. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for my latest notification. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is Kenny J TV.